greatest maritime civilization you've never heard of. Imagine standing on the shore more than 1,000 years ago. The horizon is empty. Then, slowly, enormous wooden ships emerge from the morning mist. They aren't European. They aren't Chinese. They aren't Arab. They belong to a civilization that most history books barely mention. A civilization that mastered the sea centuries before the great naval empires of Europe. A civilization whose merchants crossed oceans, whose craftsmen built remarkable ships without iron nails, and whose ports connected the world's greatest trading networks. This is the story of one of history's greatest forgotten maritime civilizations. When we think of ancient sea powers, names like Phoenicia, Venice, or the British Empire usually come to mind. But long before European fleets dominated the oceans, Southeast Asia was already alive with maritime kingdoms. At the center of this world lay an archipelago of thousands of islands. Rather than dividing its people, the sea united them. Every sunrise brought new arrivals. Merchants carrying silk from China, traders bringing spices from Indonesia, craftsmen transporting iron, ceramics, ivory, and precious woods. The ocean wasn't a barrier. It was a highway. Those who understood its currents controlled wealth itself. Their greatest weapon wasn't an army. It was knowledge. Generations of navigators learned to read the stars like a map. They understood changing winds months before they arrived. They watched birds to locate distant islands hidden beyond the horizon. They studied waves, clouds, and even the color of the sea. To outsiders, the ocean looked endless. To these sailors, it was filled with invisible roads. That knowledge transformed ordinary voyages into extraordinary achievements. Their ships reflected that mastery. Instead of relying on heavy metal fasteners, skilled builders joined wooden planks with carefully crafted pegs and strong plant fibers. The result was surprisingly durable, flexible enough to survive rough seas, strong enough to transport people, animals, trade goods, and supplies across vast distances. Some vessels carried entire communities, searching for new opportunities. Others returned with treasures gathered from distant ports. Every voyage expanded a growing network that stretched across Southeast Asia. Trade changed everything. Harbors became meeting places where languages mixed as naturally as ocean currents. Ideas traveled alongside cargo. Religious beliefs crossed the sea with merchants. Artistic styles spread from island to island. New technologies appeared in workshops hundreds of miles from where they were first created. Prosperity wasn't built by isolation. It was built by connection. The ocean made strangers into trading partners, sometimes even into allies. The wealth flowing through these ports amazed foreign visitors. Gold ornaments displayed remarkable craftsmanship. Fine textiles reflected distant influences. Beautiful ceramics arrived from overseas before finding homes in local palaces. Rare forest products became valuable exports. Pearls, wax, hardwoods, spices, and precious metals attracted merchants from every direction. The rulers understood a simple truth. Ships carrying trade often created more lasting power than armies seeking conquest. Every peaceful voyage strengthened their influence. Yet prosperity also demanded protection. Sea routes had to remain secure. Pirates threatened valuable cargo. Rival kingdoms competed for influence. Experienced warriors defended strategic harbors, while diplomats negotiated alliances that stretched across hundreds of islands. Power at sea required more than courage. It required organization, leadership, trust. A successful maritime civilization balanced commerce with security. Without both, prosperity quickly disappeared. Then the wider world arrived. Foreign explorers entered these waters believing they had discovered something new, but they had entered an ocean that was already known. Its routes had names. Its ports had rulers. Its merchants had traded across generations. Its sailors had crossed these waters long before unfamiliar sails appeared on the horizon. The newcomers brought different ambitions, yet they also encountered societies with deep maritime traditions that could not simply be erased. Even when political powers shifted, knowledge survived. Boat-building techniques continued. Navigation skills endured. Stories passed from one generation to the next. The sea remembered. Today, archaeologists continue uncovering evidence hidden beneath riverbanks and coastal soil. ancient ships, trading goods, foreign ceramics, gold jewelry, written records from distant kingdoms describing prosperous ports across the archipelago. Each discovery reveals another piece of a remarkable story, not of forgotten people, but of a civilization whose achievements deserve to stand beside history's greatest maritime powers. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not how they mastered the sea. It is why so few people know their story. History often celebrates those who conquered oceans, but sometimes the greatest legacy belongs to those who understood them, long before modern navigation, long before global trade, long before the rise of Europe's great naval empires. A maritime civilization flourished across these waters. Its ships carried more than cargo. They carried culture, innovation, friendship, ambition, an enduring reminder that the sea has never belonged to one empire alone. It belongs to those bold enough to understand it. If this story changed the way you see history, remember this. Some of humanity's greatest achievements were not built on roads of stone. They were built on waves.